Hey, what's up everybody? It's Gwen and welcome back to my channel. Or if you're new, welcome to my channel. So welcome to another segment of the Natural Hair Basics course. I really hope you've been enjoying the course recently, and today we're going to be talking about tools you will need for your natural hair journey. I really hope you enjoy this video. If you do, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe. Also be sure to turn on all your notifications and check me out on Instagram and TikTok at _natural hair school. And be sure to check out the description box for my natural hair coaching program, as well as my natural hair store, SoNaturalista shop. All right, let's get started. Okay, so let's get started. So in the last video, we talked about your natural hair starter pack. So this was the products that I recommend for your natural hair journey, and be sure to check that out if you haven't already. But today's video is going to be the tools you will need for your natural hair journey. So I'm literally talking about the actual things you will need to use to do your hair regimen. So let's get started. So I do have a list. As we go forward, I will explain how I use the items and, if who I recommend them for, essentially. So the first one is a shower cap or a plastic bag. So essentially it's going to be something that you can use for hair treatments. So if you do a pre-shampoo treatment or your deep conditioner, which you should be doing, this is going to trap in the moisture and also trap in the heat from your head. And it's going to be good to help that the products and the treatments seep into your hair a lot easier. I recommend just getting a pack of the reusable ones because they're going to get ruined usually with product, or you can use a plastic bag like I do. So I like to use these, like I said, for my pre-shampoo treatments as well as my deep conditioner treatments when I'm in the shower. Okay, next is something to detangle your hair. So I do condone finger detangling here on my channel, but I do think that at some point you might want to try using some type of detangling item. So this is what I tend to use. So I like to use a wide tooth comb. So I think I got this from Walmart, maybe the beauty supply store. Can't really remember, but yes, I like to use a wide tooth comb. So you're going to need this. There are so many different types of detangling brushes. I just say find one that is the easiest for you to find, as well as one that causes the least amount of breakage. But I do think your products can help with that. But, I think just find the one that you personally like. But that's the one that I like. Next is a rat tail comb. So this is going to be important for making parts in your hair. So whether you are using that for your regular hairstyle just after wash day, or if you're doing a protective style, having clean parts is what's going to make your hair look really nice and neat. So just got a new one that looks like this. So it has the metal. So I have this one as well. And then the next item that you're going to need is something to protect your hair at night. So I think it is really important to protect your hair at night, or just if you're lounging around the house, it's good to have a surface between your hair and whatever you are laying on so that the products and the oils and the moisture from your hair doesn't rub onto the fabric and leave your hair dry. It helps to preserve the moisture in your hair a lot longer. So these are what I use at night. So I like to wear multiple layers of scarves. I am wearing my hair straight natural, so I do wrap my hair, but also when I wear my hair curly and I have a particular style, I like to make sure that I secure my hair with multiple layers. So the bottom layer is this. So it's just a satin triangle scarf, and you can get these off of Amazon. I'll link them down below. I prefer these. I feel like they have really nice grip, especially for your edges. So it's not going to, make your hair shift around a lot. So I like this, and you can also put like a hair tie around your bun if that's something that you have. I've done that before just to kind of lay everything flat. So yes, I like wearing this on the bottom. Then over it, I like to wear these big scarves. I get these from a bunch of different places. I think this one is from probably the beauty supply, or I got this from my Nana. She might have given this to me, but it's essentially one of these scarves that have alternating panels. So it has a shiny satin, and then it has this kind of like woven, more rough texture, I guess you can say. I like these. I feel like they're breathable because of the panels. If you have one that's all shiny, it's a little bit hot on your skin. Also, I feel like having that alternating panel of that, it's a little more of a rough texture. It has a little more grip to it. So I like these. I think it's good because it gives a little bit more bulk to your style underneath your last step, which is a bonnet. If you have just this and the bonnet, I feel like your hairstyle can move around a lot and this can flip up and then your hair is just kind of getting all messed up and scraggly. So I think this helps to really secure it. I'll fold it in half, put it like this, and then you have it like that, and then I'll usually flip it to the front. So I do it that way. This is good if you have big hairstyles as well. So if you do a wash and go or something like that, or if you have like, you know, a big roller set, or if you have flexi rods, that type of thing, this is good for that. And then, like I mentioned, lastly, I wear a bonnet. So this is a double-sided satin bonnet. I get these from Amazon. I'll link them down below. They're from Yanni Best, and they are a friend of the channel. So yes, I like using these. You can also get extra large bonnets. I found that I didn't really like how they stayed. I don't know, I just didn't like them as much. So that's just me personally. I know there are other ones that are larger that I might want to try at some point, but I just get these. I like that they're adjustable so you can make them as large as you need. I have a pretty big head, so a lot of the standard bonnets don't fit on my head, or if they do, they hurt because, you know, they're stretching. So yeah, this is good, and I think that this is really good quality, and yeah, so I recommend having these or something to cover your hair at night. Next is something to tie your hair back. So I highly recommend satin scrunchies. I actually have one in my hair right now. I don't always pull my hair back. It's a heat wave here in Pennsylvania right now, so that is why my hair is pulled back in this way, or else I would have my hair out usually. But yes, so something to tie your hair back. I recommend using satin. So I just got these from Marshall's. These aren't my first choice. I'm just going to try them. I have a set from Amazon that I personally like and that I use. So I have those, and I think they're really good for tying your hair back. I do also use hair ties. I don't really recommend these. They are elastic like this. I use them from time to time. They do get your hairstyle more secure. So if that's something that you're really needing, I say use these, but they can cause breakage. So got to be careful. Tying your hair back in general can cause breakage. Your best bet is to use a satin scrunchie. So that is what I recommend to pull your hair back. And then next are things that you're going to need to pin your hair back. So I love using these to not only secure certain hairstyles, but also to pull your hair out of your face. And also sometimes you might need this for rollers and things like that. So I like these silver pins. They're from Amazon, I think. They're just these little silver hair clips that you can use. I like using these for when I do pin curls, as well as if I do a roller set, I'll use this to secure my hair. You do have to be careful because your hair can get caught in like the hinges and things like that. So definitely be careful with any type of hairpin that you're using, but I do like these and they don't seem to leave a crease that much. So I like those. And then I also have bobby pins, and you can also use like those open hair pins. Those work as well. But bobby pins I say are a little more secure, but they can cause breakage. So just be very, you know, cautious when you're taking them in and out of your hair. And the brand that I personally like for those is Goody, my favorite brand. So I get these from Target, Walmart, and they are linked in the description box. Next is an applicator bottle. So I like using these. I got a pack of like a multi-pack from Amazon, and I love using these. This is my So Naturally scalp oil that I created for the So Naturally shop, so feel free to check that out in the description box. It is my scalp oil that I recommend using for after you wash your hair and before you start to style your hair. It's good to get your scalp nice and nourished, and there's a lot of benefits in it. So anyways, this is what I use for my oil. I like using these, and then also for my pre-shampoo treatment, I like to use one of these as well. So I have another one in my bathroom, but I like to use that, and I like how it has measurements. So if you're someone that likes to get technical, like I am, and it lets you measure out how much you want to put in the bottle. This is really good. So yes, and it has an open top. So I like using these, and they make applying treatments and things like that really easy. And if you want to make like a bigger treatment, you can get a bigger bottle. So if you like to mix your conditioners, or if you have some type of hair rinse that you want to use, you can do those sort of things. But I say applicator bottles are really easy because you can just squeeze the product into your hair nice and easy. Okay, next is a spray bottle. So I also have multiple ones of these, but this is the one that I use the most. This is for my apple cider vinegar hair pH treatment. So I talked about this in my hair pH video. If you didn't check that one out, be sure to check that out. It's a really useful concept for your natural hair journey. But anyways, this is what I use. This is from Dollar Tree for so long ago, but you get the gist. It's a spray bottle, and it's good to apply treatments to your hair. If you do that, you can use that for hair rinses. And also I have an empty one that I keep to just put water in my hair. So if you are, re-moisturizing your hair and you want to spray your hair with water, that's really good. So I think it just makes it nice to get a nice mist into your hair so that you can easily re-dampen your hair without having to, run it under a faucet or in the shower. Okay, and next are hair clips or banana clips. So I love these banana clips. That's what they're called. I don't know why they're called banana clips, but they are these just like plastic clips that are good for when you're styling your hair. You will a lot of times see hairstylists using these to get your hair out of the way. So I have a pack of a bunch of them. They're all around my house. So yeah, I like using these to style my hair for keeping hair out of the way. And then there are larger ones. I don't have a big one, but you can also wear them for styling purposes. So I have these style ones that I got from TJ Maxx. These are good because the opening is nice and wide and it won't squeeze your hair. I highly recommend finding clips that are large enough to fit your hair, depending on what type of style you want. And then the next one is hair shears. So I've talked about this on my channel as far as trimming, and as well as if you are trying to get single strand knots out of your hair, it's good to have a pair of real hair shears. You don't want to use kitchen scissors or paper scissors to cut your hair because it can cause a blunt end and it can split your ends. So you really want to make sure that you have hair shears that are nice and sharp and are going to not make your hair get split ends. These are from Goody. You can see a pattern. I got these from Walmart. They're really inexpensive, so I'll link those in the description box for you. But yeah, I've had these for years. Don't use these to cut open packaging. Don't use these for other things. Just use these on your hair so they stay protected. And then a bonus one, I was going to stick with 10, but I think this is the 11th one, is a drain trap. So I'll put a picture of the one that I use on the screen. That is the one that I use. I recommend this one because you can use it for any drain that is out there. I have a popper drain where, you pop it down, pop it up to close the drain. So if you have that type of drain, then you won't be able to use the flat kind. So I recommend this one because it's a universal trap, and I think it's good because you can make sure that you don't clog up your drain every time that you are washing your hair. So I really hope you enjoyed this rapid fire video talking about the tools that you will need for your natural hair journey. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe. Also be sure to turn on all your notifications and check me out on Instagram and TikTok at _naturalhairschool. Be sure to hit the join button to become a channel member. You get access to early uploads as well as our community page where I provide extra hair content as well as updates for the channel upcoming. Also be sure to check out my description box for my natural hair coaching program as well as my natural hair store, SoNaturalista. I'll see you in my next video. Bye!